Fear of public speaking is considered to be the #1 phobia in the country. That's according to one recent study. Some people even dread public speaking more than death. So how can you overcome your fear of public speaking? We're answering your questions this morning. Career coach Donald Stronkowski from Ascend Career and Life Strategies is here with some advice for you this morning. And Don, this one, a lot of people, it's just a paralyzing fear getting up in front of people to speak. I mean, people ask me all the time, how do I do it on TV? Well, if they look around in our studio, there's nobody in here. We're talking to cameras, right?
Right.
But when you're in front of a stage and you're in front of a group of people, it's very different. So how can people overcome this?
Well, it can be a really scary situation for a lot of people, Nick, because it's kind of all of our fears bundled up and packaged into one presentation. You're on stage, people are watching you. If you make a mistake, people will know. But it doesn't have to be so scary. And keep in mind, at some point in everyone's career, they're going to have to address a group. Maybe it's 3, maybe it's 300, but public speaking skills are extremely important right now. And number one, the most important thing anybody can do is be prepared. Know your topic and prepare a minimum, rehearse a minimum of 3 times. And it has to be out loud. You can't just review your notes silently to yourself. Review out loud in front of the mirror to another person, but make sure you are prepared going into that presentation.
Having more knowledge on a subject obviously going to make it easier for you to stand up in front of a group of people who maybe you don't know and give that presentation.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, what about being organized for public speaking? Obviously, say you're giving a PowerPoint presentation, you don't want to be scattered all over the place, right?
No, you don't. You want to be the authority and you want to look like the authority. So ensure the night before the presentation, you have things organized with maybe binder clips, paper clips, folders. Make sure you have a backup system. So if you have the presentation on a flash drive, bring it into a CD, along on a CD also, or upload it to the cloud, but make sure if one form of technology fails, you definitely have a backup.
Now, you mentioned earlier about being prepared and practicing maybe in front of a mirror out loud. That might help it by being more, passionate about the topic you're speaking on, right? That helps too.
It certainly does. Show enthusiasm for your topic, even if it's a dry topic. Have a little excitement, have some passion, have some enthusiasm. The information will really stick with the audience if you're more enthusiastic about your topic, and you'll be more engaging and more entertaining to watch too. You want to be more on the Tony Robbins side than the Ben Stein side, definitely.
That makes sense. Got that. Real quick though, you also want to maintain eye contact with the crowd. And what's the most important part about giving a public speech?
Well, you definitely don't want to become too over-reliant on your notes. Maintain eye contact, move around, use hand gestures, be engaging, be fun, and be yourself. You don't have to be somebody else. You're the authority, you know the topic, and people are cheering for you. They want you to succeed.
Don, thank you so much for those tips
Thank you
this
for
morning.
having me.
Good advice as always. You can find more information on the on-air section of our website, kdvr.com. Just click on the link to Ascend Career and Life Strategies.